Alright, so today we're going to go through some examples of balancing chemical equations from the Education Perfect work. So the first example here, we have Ag, which is silver, plus H, which is hydrogen, and Cl, which is chlorine. So we have, says one hydrogen by itself, and here we have hydrogen and chlorine paired together, so hydrogen chloride. Now this produces AgCl, so silver and chlorine bond together. Okay, they come in a pair. And hydrogen, but there's two hydrogens. Okay, the hydrogens come in pairs together as well. That's what the two at the end means, pairs of hydrogen. So now we have to look at balancing these equations. So here we can see silver comes by itself. We've got one silver on the left, one silver on the right. So the silver are balanced. The same on the left side as the right side. Okay, that's the point. We're trying to get the same number of elements on the reactant side as the product side. Okay, so on the left side we've got one chlorine, on the right side we've got one chlorine. Now on the left side we've got one hydrogen, on the right side we've got two hydrogen. Now, hydrogen have to come in pairs like this, stuck together. So if you're trying to add hydrogen to the right side, they only come in pairs. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. hydrogen on the right. So we need to add one more hydrogen on the left side, but hydrogen comes stuck together to this chlorine, so we need to bring in another hydrogen chlorine. Okay, so we've got two H's on the left, two H's on the right. So our H's are now balanced. But we've got two Cl's on the left and only one Cl on the right. So to balance that out, we need to add one more Cl to the right side. But remember, Cl comes paired with this Ag silver. So if we're going to bring in one more Cl, we're going to bring it in stuck to another Ag. So get another AgCl. So now we've got two Cl on the left, two Cl on the right. So now suddenly our chlorine is balanced. But now we only have one Ag on the left, okay, but two on the right. So the silver, to get balanced out, we need to make sure there's two on the right, so we need to have two on the left. So in order to do that, we need to bring in one more silver by itself, okay, because it doesn't come attached to anything. Bring it easy. So here we have our two silver on the left and two silver on the right. So suddenly on the left side, our two Ags, two H's, two Cl's. On the right side, two Ags, two H's, and two Cl's. So it's all in balance. So now to write it out, we have two single Ags. Okay, so we're going to write a 2 at the front here. So there's two of those. And our HCl's, because they come in a pair together, we've got two lots of those as well. So we've got 1, 2. So we're going to write our 2 there. Two lots of those. And we have our AgCl. Again, we've got two lots of those. So there's a pair here and a pair there. So we get 2 there. And we have just our one pair of hydrogen here. So leave it there. This is the one. And that's there is our balanced equation. 2Ag plus 2HCl produces 2AgCl plus H2. Right, and our next example, here we've got aluminium, we've got bromine in a pair, so 2 there means, so one aluminium, the bromine comes in a pair together, so they only come in pairs, and that produces this new bonded element, which is one aluminium with 3 bromine attached to it. Okay, so it comes all 4 of those stuck together. So if we look at balancing these out, okay, we can only add aluminiums in singles here on the left. A bromine have to come in pairs, so we're going to have increments of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. On the right here, we have to bring in one aluminium with 3 bromines attached to it every single time. Okay, so to look at trying balancing this out, you see we've got the same amount of aluminium on both sides, 1 and 1, but our bromine's unbalanced. We've got 2 on the left and 3 on the right. So in order to try and balance that out, we need to add bromines to the left side. So if I add another pair, because I have to come in pairs, that's what that 2 there means, I've got 4 here on the left and 3 on the right. If I try to add another one of these on the right, it has to come in 3 at a time. So I'm going to add another pair here, and it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bromines on the left. So I've got 6 on the left and 3 on the right, but they come 3 attached to an aluminium. So if I bring another one in, I suddenly have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bromines on the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bromines on the right. So suddenly my bromine is now balanced, but my aluminium has become unbalanced. So I've got 1 here on the left and 2 here on the right. So to balance that out, I've got 1 less over here. My aluminium just comes by itself, it's free. So I add 1 more aluminium here. Now I've got 2 aluminium on the left, 2 aluminium on the right, 6 bromine on the left, 6 bromine on the right, and that is my balanced equation, all the balance. So now to write this out, look at how many single aluminiums I have, because they come singularly. I've got 1, 2, so put a 2 at the front. In my pairs of bromine, I've got 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pairs. So I'm going to add 3 here, got 3 pairs. And how many of this combination of AlBr3 do I have? I've got 1, 2 of these. So I put a 2 at the front there. And that there is my balanced equation. It's 2Al plus 3Br2 produces 2AlBr3. If you've got any further questions, please always send me an email and I'm happy to go through some more worked examples for you. Otherwise, have a great afternoon.